Hi everyone, welcome to another movie review. So excited to be here, and yeah, so the movie we're reviewing today, Life. So it's new on Amazon Prime, starring Omawumi Dada, Esuduke. Yeah, what do I think about the movie? I think I'm going to start from that before I tell you what the movie is all about. I think it was underwhelming. I feel like I expected so much more from the movie with the quality of actors that were on there. Olarotimi Fakunle. It lacked a lot of energy that this could have had. And I say that because the story is about two women who have passion for different things, who are on different paths in life, but somehow their paths cross and they wished to have the other person's life. So, in summary, if you've watched any of the American movies, there's like Freaky Friday, where one person's soul enters another person's body. That's the summary of what this movie is, but in a Nigerian kind of way. I kind of like the message that was behind this movie, but it wasn't very properly interpreted, in my opinion, because it was lacking in energy. So, one of the characters is supposed to be a dancer, and there wasn't too much of energetic dancing. You know how we watch Save the Last Dance in those days, several years ago now, that everybody was learning the choreography, everybody was trying to be, the main character, learning her choreography, trying to hit the notes. It didn't happen in this one because there were quite a number of scenes that had to do with her practicing her choreography, and I did not really see her dance, and it just felt very flat. The one time when there was choreography, like showing that she could dance or something, was very lacking, I would say. So basically, it's a story that tells you that the grass is not greener on the other side. Having someone else's life is not tantamount to having a better life, really, in all sense of the word. And one thing that I kind of missed was the fact that there was a character of an old woman who was, kind of like the fairy godmother, and somehow she just disappeared. She just fizzled out in the movie, and we didn't even see her at the end of the movie, even after the message was delivered, when they had experienced each other's realities and had seen that, oh, I don't want to be this other person. I'm happy with the way my life is, and I know and I trust that it's going to get better. So, but one phrase that I think I really enjoyed in the movie was where they said, sometimes life gives you what you ask for just to teach us a lesson, and it's always about being careful what you wish for, because that desire you have might not necessarily be what's best for you. And sometimes God does allow things to happen to you just so that you can learn. You're gonna learn to die. So, yeah, so for me, it was a solid 4.5/10. I expected more. I enjoyed the acting of quite a number of the characters there, but my best actor in this one was Debo. Debo carried the thing on his head and did like he was the one that invested all the money in this movie and wanted to make sure that the movie actually did well. But beautiful acting, but it was just a bit flat for me, and the character development was just lacking. They didn't really hit the note in the head like they should have. I was expecting more from it, and the passion behind the main character being a dancer and everything was just random, it was random. She didn't do like she wanted to be a dancer, like she had talent or anything like that. So yeah, I really, really, honestly, wanted this one to be like one of the best movies I've watched this year, but it was not for me. Will I recommend? If you have a ton of patience, yes, because at the end, yeah, there was a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. But recommending, you can watch it, oh, but don't. I didn't ask you to watch it, but you can watch it. It's okay. You understand? Yeah. If you're passionate about Nigerian movies, you can watch it, but it's not. It's not one of the blockbuster movies for this year, unfortunately. So yeah, Please let me know what you think, and if you've watched the movie and have a contrary opinion, please do drop a comment. So thank you for watching. Bye. Hey everyone, another movie review. And the movie we're reviewing today is The Bloom Boys, showing on Prime Video. What about this movie? The best way I can describe is that I hate that I liked the movie and the story. I actually did not like that I liked the movie, but it was a good story. No. Let's be honest. Let's be frank. Let's be frank. It was a good story. It was a good story. It was a nice story, and there were quite a number of A-listers in this particular production. I mean, yeah, Tina Umba, Auntie Shafi, Timini, Nina Lu. It was a good one, no. However, the quality of the production did not spank for me. You know, I like shiny things. I like when things are, nice and shiny. The coloring and all was a bit off for me. That's one issue I had with this particular production. It didn't have that we spent money on this production film. But that's okay. Because the storyline was quite interesting and it unfolded really well. Imagine a girl looking for a billionaire bobo. Not that she was looking for, because she's also from a rich family. However, her mother encouraged her not to marry a brokers. So she decided to set her tentacles, and when she saw the billionaire bobo, she decided to go all out for him. But she became quite a foolish little girl because the guy started abusing her. And the billionaire boyfriend decided to tell his girlfriend that she should sell her mother's 150 million naira property to give him the money for business. Omo, I would say here that one problem I had with this movie, not a problem, but maybe it's a me thing, was I kept imagining a different actor playing the lead female character, because half of the time she was looking confused in a role, although she was actually playing the role of a confused girl. But I kept imagining someone like maybe Jemima Osunde or Lota Chuku playing the character that she was playing, and it may have been more enjoyable for me. But taking nothing away from her acting, it was just like, this girl must be really stupid, y'all, because the guy beat her. Oh. After he beat her, she will now apologize for what she did, which was really not something that needed to be beaten over, even if it was a child. It was a story of abuse and just all round stupidity, and reaping the rewards of that stupidity, because she did so many things that for me just did not make sense. However, it's a story that if someone tells me that, oh, this happened to my neighbor, I'll be like, what a wicked world, because it could actually happen in reality. And she made many stupid decisions, and the good part was her mom, who was backing her up and still encouraging her to stay with the guy just because he's rich, also got hers when the girl sold her property. The painful part was in her betrayal of her brother, giving the guy her brother's up idea, and thereby almost ruining her brother's life. But in terms of storyline development, character development, acting, 100% recommend for you to watch this. In terms of quality, if you like shy things like me, you might not really enjoy the quality of this production. But if you can put that aside and watch, and enjoy the story as it unfolds. So for me, recommending it, yes, and it's a solid 7/10 in terms of the storyline and what happened throughout the movie. I think you should watch. It's a good watch with your friends, and having a good laugh over, and maybe having a bit of empathy for the girl. She went to prison. Unfortunately, that was really sad, but she did kill the guy anyway. But yeah, I felt bad for her. I felt sad for her because she had bad advice from her mom, of all people. And yeah, so please watch. It's a good one. Really enjoyed it. Some of my faves were there. Like I said, Timini and Auntie Shafi. Always love seeing whatever they're in. So do watch and let me know what you think about the movie. Till then, guys. Guys, another movie review today. Yeah, so the movie we're reviewing today is called Silence, and it's on Prime again. I don't know what's in with Prime, but they're really giving us the movies this year, which is so good. Kudos, guys. And yeah, it's called Silence, and it has if in it, it has what's his name now? What am I call him? Tokwe in it. It has Adiola Laoye. That girl acts, y'all. She acts the movie. So what is this movie about? Abuse. But guess what? It's the woman giving the guy the abuse. I hated it. Oh my god. Not the movie now, but I hated that line of storytelling. It was just so like, ha, come on there. No, no. This should not be happening. And unfortunately, I feel it's one of those things in society that he's the guy. He can't say it, like he can't tell it. But I appreciate the fact that this movie was produced because it gives awareness to this particular topic that a lot of people shy from, which is men being the ones on the receiving end of abuse. The tricky part about this movie, I would say, is the fact that it was told from four different point of views, and at the point I was almost confused. Like, okay, what's going on? Because it it was the same. It was the same series of events, but then they'll go over to the next person's point of view to just like tell it from the person's side of the story. And it was interesting. It was different, it was very different, and it was very like, okay, oh, okay, this is so, which I feel might be a bit confusing for some viewers who are not very overly patient. But I mean, it's storytelling at its best. I appreciate that aspect of it. So for me, it's a 6 over 10 in terms of how I rate the movie. Because I kind of expected better quality in terms of production from it. The acting, I will maybe the whole 6 over 10 is for the acting because the actors acted and they chewed it and they spat it out. Beautiful. Effa is such. Effa, take it. Effa is an actor. Because in the movie, he acted both a prostitute and a sensible guy. Prostitute in the sense that he was kind of like a flirt, and the lady thought he was coming on to her, which he wasn't. So the way he was chewing his gum and just giving us some hotlines. I was like, this boy, you should calm it down and take it easy. I'm a married woman. Now stop trying at me. Stop doing like this. Stop doing like this. But yeah, it was really good to see Effa in his element. I know I've seen quite a number of things that he's been in, and from the beginning of his career, I do say to myself, and seeing him now at this point in his life is just so good to see, and how he has developed. Like I said again, Laoye she's an astounding actress, and the portrayal of being a narcissistic woman was just like, girl, chill. Is like it's like you've lived this life before. So in terms of the story and the storytelling, very good, very interesting. In terms of quality of production, maybe a little bit more could have been a little bit more effort could have been put in that direction. And yeah, so will I recommend? Absolutely. I think it's a good watch for couples, for family to see this side of life and to have a discussion over it as well. Nothing wrong in having another perspective on life. And yeah, yes, do watch. It's out now on Prime Video. Subscribe and watch it, and do let me know what you think about the movie as well. So have a good one, guys. Hi, movie review time. Okay, so the movie we're reviewing today is called Hotel La Bamba. The title alone is gonna tell you that this movie is gonna be stupid. There are gonna be stupid people in the movie. There are gonna be stupid characters that do not have sense. The way I'm talking now is exactly the way that the lead character was speaking up to Latif. That guy. It was comical. It's one of those movies where if you expect it to be like serious and everything, you're going to miss the point of it. So it was comical. So knowing that from the beginning kind of like prepared my mind that okay, it's not a overly serious movie, it's a comedy, comic relief kind of movie. So that was good. But quality of production, Building Stevens. Hello, did you hear that name? Always on point. You go, mama. So that was perfect. I have nothing to take away from that one. The quality of the story, the storytelling content of it was very good as well. What I think a lot of people might struggle with is maybe the characters. Maybe might, I don't know, maybe some people might not like them, especially the lead character. Maybe they'll be wondering, okay, why is he speaking like this or anything? But I get it. I know I have a very weird sense of humor, so I kind of get it. So some people might actually miss the point of it, but for me it was an interesting watch. The storyline was that everyone was gathered together at a hotel for different reasons altogether, and then somebody died. Somebody died, and they brought in the police to find her killer. So somebody got missing. So I was hoping it wasn't the guy that wasn't the guy that they were looking for at the end of the day that was missing that killed her. But it turned out that it was actually the person who killed her. So that was kind of a letdown because I was expecting more of a mystery kind of thing. But it's a very decent movie. I would say you should watch it. I recommend it absolutely. And in terms of rating, it's 7/10 for me. And in terms of quality of acting, see, they were really fantastic actors in that production, and they did not come to play. These are actors that kind of felt like they got paid to do the job, and they did the job. Shout out to Bimbo. Ha, Bimbo Ademoye. I'ma watch anything you're in, girl. I love ya. Excuse me. So yeah, it was a good watch. Yeah, watch your time. Please watch Hotel La Bamba. Also, as an outstanding performance from Izzy. What's her name again? Yeah, I'll put her name at the end of this video, but yes, an outstanding performance from her and Bimbo Ademoye. So yeah, I recommend Hotel La Bamba, guys. So do watch, let me know what you think, and have a good one. Elijah left. Oh, I said you Ferrari law. Elijah. Okay. Skinny Girl in Transit. This week's episode was nice. Oh, nice. Go. I like it. I enjoy it. Odun. I like how where we're going with Dr. Elijah. I like where we're going with Dr. Elijah on this one, guys. Like, he's a kind of calm, level-headed guy, that someone that has had a wild and interesting past like Shalewa deserves. He's gonna be the yin to a yang. Do you get what I mean? I know you do. So yes, I liked how she's had an embarrassing moment with him, how she stumbled across him in the house, how somehow mommy has met him through Tiwa. I like you, through Tiwa, and I just want to see where this leads to. So that's good. Yeah. So what was this episode about? Basically a continuation of all the things that we have been seeing from the previous episodes. What I fear most for this season is Didi's relationship just going this way. It feels like there's a lot of childishness to this relationship, and I don't say it disrespectfully, I just say it in a sense that you're a grown woman, you decide to be living with a guy. What's the uncle's business? The guy's family, they're too invested in their relationship. They have too much say in stuff, and they may need to take a step back. But that won't happen until he speaks up and tells them that, you know what, we'll plan our wedding and we'll invite you to it, which is what should happen real quick, boo. And Darian Kunle Remy, oh my god. This is the guy that needs to put Darren in her place. You heard me. Because you just chat to the hospital like, 1.5 million. Medical, girl, you're not the only person with money. You are not the only person with money. Oh, man. Do I think he's going to agree to be her sperm donor? Yeah, I do. I think he's going to agree. But it's nice. She needs an alpha male that will tell her, sit down. And she'll sit down. Yes, that's what she needs. She needs someone that will humble her. Yep. Yeah, and I totally understand how Tiwa feels so bonded with her child, or needs to bond with her child, because it's really not easy dissociating yourself after childbirth and, going back to work and all those bits. So that part is really such a treasure to see, and it's such a reality. Yeah, so that was a summary of episode of this past week's episode. Looking forward to the next one. It's been really interesting. So what happened in it, I'll give you a very brief recap. Shaliwa is somehow getting to know the doctor a bit more unwillingly. Unwillingly, but it's gonna happen. I can say it's gonna happen because the doctor likes her. Tiwa is, trying to get back to work, that kind of thing. Darren is still looking for a sperm donor. Didi needs to grow up and say what she wants and say it in good time and on time. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode and just wanting to see what happens. Especially we will see. I want to see how far she goes with her Gen Z classmates, which is interesting. And also, I want to see Auntie Dupe and her new boo. I want to see them thrive. I really want to see them go somewhere. Like, I want Auntie Dupe to be happily settled if she wants it, if she desires. But I would want it for her because she's such a beautiful soul. She's such a beautiful person. So yeah, will I recommend? Of course. Go ahead and watch it and let's have a discussion after you do. Take care, guys. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome to another movie review. And well, this one is a difference because y'all cannot see my face, so but it's gonna be the same candid, honest, and straightforward to the point review about Postcards. Postcards is showing on Netflix, and I was so excited for this mini limited series to come out. It came out on May 5th, and I watched it. I always clear my throat when I'm about to drop some bombs in it. What do I think about this movie or this series? It started off really good. I mean, the first scene and the first episode was giving Shola Shobowale mommy vibe, Awala Liko, Awani Madam Enjoyment and all of that. And it just went downhill from there. Like, what the was going on, you guys? It just went downhill. I saw Shola Shobowale on the poster, RMD, Toby Bakri, Nancy Sime, and I'm like, this is going to be gorgeously amazing, but no, it wasn't. I only finished it and watched to the end because I kept hoping to God that there was going to be something more. Just give me something more. The acting was faultless. I mean, these are industry giants that know their salt, they know their trade, they know their craft. No problem with the acting. But what the issue was for me is in the combination of all the three stories. I feel like there were three different movies in one in this one. Antishola's movie, RMD's movie, and Rahama Sadau's movie. So those three were supposed to kind of like infuse and merge and become a whole entity. But sadly it just didn't come together. It just did not enter each other like it was supposed to enter. It didn't give. It didn't gel properly. It felt a bit disjointed. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not a professional. Again, this is my worthless opinion. Like I like to say. But yeah, I want to believe that it had potential, but it was in the delivery, it was in the, no, not delivery now, but it was in the direction, it was in the story, plots, and just making everything more cohesive, more believable, more interesting, and dare I say entertaining. Now, trying to merge Bollywood and Nollywood together is a brilliant idea. It's something that has been done before with Namaste Wahala, and I did see quite a number of the movie team that were on that project on this one as well. So I kind of guess that there is a Niger Indian connection somewhere that is bringing trying to bring all this industry collaboration to light. But somehow this particular one did not hit the mark for me. I'm just gonna stop here and say I'm rated uh 5.5 over 10, and this is just because the acting was faultless, but the story, the cohesiveness of the characters, the meaningful twists and turns, the um reminiscing, or what you might call it, the backstories as well were a bit watery. They were a bit watery, but that is not, again, I would say, knocking anything away from the quality of work that this project brought about into the movie industry. The quality is like nothing faulty about the quality and all, but the story was just very, it wasn't there. I mean, Nollywood is in a position where too many great projects have come out of the industry, and we wouldn't be accepting anything less than perfect going forward. So yeah, if this kind of production had been delivered maybe 5 years ago, we'll probably not have minded too much. But where we are in the industry, yeah, your storyline has to be better than this. I mean, it has to be more intelligent than what this is. So I would say that if the individual stories had been done into three or two different movies, that would have been good, because the gel was just not gelling for me. It seemed a bit disjointed, I would say. Would I recommend you watch it? If you have the time, it is not gonna be making my top 10 movies for the year, unfortunately. I wish it would, but it's not. So the ball is in your court. If you would like to watch it, do so at your own risk. Please, again, let me know what you think about this movie. Great quality, great production, but the plot did not plot. It was not plotting, you know. It was forced. It felt forced. But yeah, it is what it is. Another project from Nollywood, and like, share, subscribe, and do let me know what you think. Toodles. Bye.
Hey guys, it's good to see you again on today's movie review. What movie are we talking about today? What movie did I watch this week? I watched two movies, but we're gonna start with Mia Culpri. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So, it's the new Tyler Perry movie, and it's on Netflix. I feel like this is the first or second Netflix movie I'm reviewing this year, but I'll just say here that I hope Netflix brings out some more things for me to talk about, because Netflix and chill, be my happy. So, what do I think about the movie? The storyline has been done before. That's what I think about the movie. I know I say this a lot, that it's a story that has been done before, but for real, it's a story that has been done before. And Tyler Perry is smart, because all he needed to do was to put Kelly Rowland's face on the poster and get that thing selling, and that's what he did. Good business strategy, guy. But in terms of the story and what happened in this particular piece of work, it's a storyline that I clearly remember that I have watched before. What it is, what it, what it, what is it? I shall tell you. An artist is accused of murder. Murder, she wrote. An artist is accused of murder, and he's been recommended an attorney, who is Mia, to come and help remove him from prison. Turns out he's a prostitute. He's a flirt. He likes women. He sleeps with women. He likes to overcome and conquer women, whatever that means. Out that her marriage is, a bit rocky. She's not getting on so well with her in-laws. Her husband is misbehaving and all of that. So I would say it was pretty easy for him to, get with her. Although, in all fairness to her, she put up a good fight. However, the guy, worked on her feelings and was able to bed her. So, turns out it was all like a scheme from the beginning, from her in-laws. Her sister-in-law, who is her husband's brother's wife, had slept with the artist, and the husband, that's her brother-in-law, wanted to punish his wife by sending her lover to prison. So he framed him for the murder. He didn't do it. That's how somehow, the truth now got uncovered, because Kelly saw the supposed deceased at a resort and wanted to kind of like report it, that, oh, she's not dead, you put the wrong guy away. And that's when the story became interesting, because it now turned out that the family, they're actually a bunch of sickos. They now wanted to murder Kelly because she was too close to the truth. It turns out that the family, her husband, her brother-in-law, and the mom were mad people. They had been scheming all of this all along, just so that he can get votes to become the mayor of their city, which is why he wanted to put an innocent guy away. And who best to put away than the person that slept with his own wife that he hates, if I may say so. So, in terms of how enjoyable this is, I would say first 1.5 hours, it was like a flat line. And then it picked when the mystery and trying to free the now convicted artist started unfolding, her seeing that there's much more to this than actually meets the eye. So the first 1.5 hours was basic, and then the action now came at the end, which was so short, which was like the last 30 minutes of the movie, and that was when it actually became interesting to see what will happen. Unfortunately, as soon as the fun part started, it kind of like just ended. Will I recommend? Yes, because it's a Tyler Perry movie. You're assured of good quality. Quite a number of Black American actors. I think it's only just maybe 1 or 2 white people in the movie overall, but he was smart enough to put really Kelly Rowland on the poster. And you know what, guys? Awesome actress she is. I did not know she's this good an actress. She's actually very, very, in fact, she's good. She's really, no, go ahead, good. Let's stop it. Let's not argue about it. She's good. All act, all act. So yeah, love the acting, never taking anything away from it. It was only the storyline that was a letdown for me for this production. Quality, I mean, it's Tyler Perry. He's got the money, so his production was top notch as always. But yeah, I would have preferred if they had dwelt more on the sinister nature of the family rather than the whole seduction and sex scenes with the artist and him trying to seduce Kelly Rowland, because last 30 minutes was actually the fun part of the movie for me, and I would have preferred and loved to see that kind of evolve more, grow more into a story, be more developed, and yeah. So rating, it is a 6/10 for me. I would have given it more, but like I said, it's a story that I have watched before. Nothing ingenious about the storyline or plot or anything like that. Just the last 30 minutes of it that was quite unique, and I would have loved to see how that turned out. Even the last 30 minutes is something that I have seen before as well. I know I've seen a lot of things. Not a jumper with a duper. But yeah, so having those two parts of the movie kind of like infused properly would have been very good. And yeah, like I said, I recommend because it's a Tyler Perry movie. Good quality of production. It's a good watch. It's not fantastic in my opinion. And yeah, looking forward to his next project. So, catch y'all. Bye. Hi guys. I was very weary about watching this movie because I felt like it was just going to be another one of those movies. It was just going to be like a predictable and just be like, it's going to be a waste of my time. The storyline is in the name now. It's Jackpot. It's Jackpot now. What even now made me watch this movie? Omo, watch it. You see this movie, the story, the title, they are two entirely different things. So if you're expecting a Japa story that he will Japa from Nigeria and enter into the abroad and be suffering and doing no, it's not gonna happen. It not happen that way. This movie was swift. This is my swift movie for the week. Jidekene, you too much. I'm gonna take it. Blossom, chop palm. Light, chop palm. Adesuwa, you're so good, boo. Alright. You can tell I enjoyed this one. This was actually very interesting and it was very unexpected. What's the storyline, you said? So, Japa is a story of the Nigerian dream that most of us youth are nursing, running out of the country, you said. And he got it on the day of his Japarism. The Japa did not work. Oh. He was now stuck in a time loop. So this is another one of those, an American movie thing that you'll be like, oh, you're copying, but no. The adaptation of this was really delicious. For a lack of a better word, it was delicious, right? And I feel like they couldn't have chosen a more interesting interpretation of this storyline, because they were stuck in a time loop. You would expect that, okay, weird things would be happening in a strange way and they'll be trying too hard to, kind of fit into the Nollywood Nigerian context of things. But no, it didn't feel that way because the story, the events, the activities and all of that was just seamless in its flow, in the believability, if that's a word, if that's a real word, in the ingenuity of the whole storyline. So yeah, what's the story again? Nigerian youth trying to leave the country, but some funny thing happens and some spiritual things happen. Ooh. Some spiritual stuff happened and he was stuck in a time loop and the curse needed to be broken, right? And basically they had to find help from left, right, center and all of that, to kind of get themselves out of the time loop. And unbeknownst to him, he wasn't the only one that had this predicament, right? The way his story and the other lady's story, Adesuwa in this case, just flowed together was very
was very cute. Oh, cute. I liked it. And big ups to Mufe Duncan. Stop it. Oh, bad man without talking, yeah. It was good. The character he played, the bad guy, the oppressor of the community, was nice. He didn't talk too much. He didn't, behave too much. He didn't overdo it. So he gave it hot and raw. I enjoyed it. The casting of this is what I feel worked 100% for the storyline of this movie, and wasn't overdone. It wasn't over funny. It wasn't overplayed. I recommend. It's a solid 7/10 for me in terms of entertainment, production, yeah, cinematography, direction. I could go on and on and on. All I'm trying to tell y'all is it's a good movie. You should watch Japa. It's not what you think is gonna happen that's gonna happen, because like everyone else, I pretty much judged the book by its cover and I was pleasantly surprised. So do let me know what you think after you have watched Japa, or if you've watched it already and you do not agree with me. Please don't be shy. Drop a comment. I await you.